Welcome back to Scotty's Hobbies. Today we are looking at the Dodge Charger again. Something completely different. It just seems to be one thing going bad after another on this vehicle. Don't know why, but today we're looking at the turn signal, switch, everything on that thing just is no bueno. Let's get in here and look at this. So if we go to the turn signal, go over here, nothing. The windshield wiper fluid washer stuff doesn't work. The customer wants to know what's going on. This part has already been replaced, just like a bunch of stuff on this car. Whoever did this job did it. It worked for a little bit, and now it's even worse than it was before, I guess. I guess before he was just saying that the blinkers weren't working. They worked for a little bit, and now about 2 weeks ago, he lost everything in that switch. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at it. We're gonna take the center console cover off, and we're gonna get to the actual switch and just see what we're gonna find. Stick along, like, subscribe, and share while you're watching. This Dodge Charger, I have a ton of videos on it on a ton of different things. So check out the video library, and I'll be making more on this, more as we go. It's a 2007 Dodge Charger, but I guess this will be the same for a ton of years when it comes to Dodge Chargers. Like, subscribe, and share while you're watching. Let me get this thing apart, and I'll let you know what I come up with, and let's just see what we find. So it's not the easiest thing in the world to take this apart and see what's up. You can see I have the steering wheel off. Right over there is the airbag steering wheel. Now we got to take this little cover off, and then we're going to be able to get to the combination switch. So let's figure this out. To get the steering wheel off, it was fairly easy. I had it in the upright position, and I used a 1/2 inch impact. And what is this? Somebody already like destroyed this bolt, but I was able to get a good grip on it. This is a 10 Allen. It kind of looks like it used to be a Torx, but got it out with the 10. One thing I forgot to mention, before you take your what is that, airbag off, make sure in the trunk your battery is disconnected. You don't want to have any power going to the airbag when you're disconnecting or connecting it. Now to get this here switch off, let me get you a good view. Now to get this switch off, on the bottom side right here is a hole. In that hole is a Torx bit. Where's the Torx bit go? You gotta find a long Torx bit like this. This is a T25. And you're gonna go right inside this hole right here, if I get you a good view. And you're gonna loosen this screw up. After you loosen that screw up, I couldn't get it to come all the way out. So you're gonna loosen that up, and let me show you. Not the easiest thing in the world, but this slides right off. Now to get your switch off, there's 3 screws inside here. Let me take it back off actually, and I'll show you real quick. So inside here there's 3 screws. Got those 3 screws loose, and not all the way, I guess. The steering column cover will come right off. Now to get to the actual multi-switch, this piece right here slides off. It's kind of hard and it feels like you're going to break something. like so. This here retainer screw that was in the hole, that is going to fall out as well. Don't forget to put that back in. That's going to go right inside right there. Now to get your switch off, this screw right here, line up the hole with that screw, loosen it up, and the whole multi-switch will come off of this assembly. Then you can put the new one on. Got to be very careful with all these connections. When you put everything together, everything's got to line back up. You can see this is like a distribution. There's probably a proper name for this, and I'll try to find it. But what we're going to do is these prongs right here are going to stick through here. So I put my new switch on, going to line everything up. Hopefully you guys could see this. The lighting isn't that great today. Okay, see the gold prongs coming through right there? Push everything together nice and firm so you have a good connection. And you're ready to pretty much put everything back together. Gonna grab your steering column cover, put this back on, line everything up properly. Let's put the screw back in there. The retainer into this hole right here. We're gonna put this Torx screw back in there just to get it started so it's easier. So you can't put the screw in after you put the plastic cover on, and it's actually a T27. So let's take this back off. Now that screw is going to go in this hole right here, but you're not going to be able to put it in there with this little cover on. So we're going to take this back off very carefully. The screw, we're going to put it in that hole right there. See if we could start it just a little bit. And we can, so it's going to hold it in place. Now we're going to put this connector back over everything. And let's go ahead and put this cover back on for the third time. Make sure everything is lining up properly. Sounds like I just knocked a screw out. Doesn't matter, it's still in there. All right, now we're going to put these screws in again. Now remember, he had no blinkers, no wipers, none of that good stuff when he brought it into me. So that's what we're trying to fix. And I honestly didn't see anything wrong with the old switch, but I figure we've gone through all these problems to get to where we're at, or all this work I should say, not problems. So we went ahead and just threw the new turn signal switch on there. And that turn signal switch has everything in it. It's a combination switch. It's got the, it's got the turn signals, the wipers, washer fluid, all of it is in that one combination switch. So hopefully when we plug this back in, we'll just hook the battery up and give it a nice little test and see what happens. So you're going to want to line up this groove right here with the groove inside the steering column or in the cover, and also the prongs right here, electrical prongs, you want to make sure they line up with this connector right here so you get a nice good connection. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Got a good connection, hopefully. Now what I'm going to do is come back over here. I'm going to plug the battery in real quick. Just set it on there. Put the key in the on position. So poof, the other airbag flies out. Oh, look at that. We do have a turn signal. Can you see that? Another turn signal. Nope. Oh shit. We do have wipers and the spray. But why did the wipers stop up there? That's weird that the wipers just stop at the top. I don't know why it does that. Maybe it's because the key's in the on position and not on. But we put a new switch in, got the switch right there. That seems to fix this problem. Now we're going to go back over, disconnect the battery, and put everything back together. Got the steering wheel installed and tightened up, putting the airbag inside the steering wheel. We got a screw that goes in the back over here and one on the other side. They're 10mm, some fine thread screws, bolts, whatever we want to call them. Get those put in and we'll be all done. All right, we got everything put back together. Got the screws on the steering column. Don't think I forgot anything. Got the key in the ignition. Let's go ahead and take this thing out. And we're gonna go plug the battery back in and hope the airbag doesn't deploy. I don't think it will and it shouldn't, but I'm always afraid of that. 10mm. Perfect. All right, let's go over here, turn this puppy on, watch the airbag deploy in my face. Just kidding, hopefully it doesn't do that. I'm always afraid it will though. Left blinker. That'd be funny if it was the opposite blinkers. Right blinker. Got the windshield wipers. It's weird that they stop in the up position though, but we don't have, oh, we do have washer fluid. There we go. But they stop in the up position. Odd. Okay. That seems to be part of the fix. We have the blinkers working, windshield wipers working, washer fluid working. Everything seems to be a go. I'm gonna have to check out and see why the windshield wipers stop in like the upright position. That's kind of weird. I hope it doesn't have something to do with that switch, but this was the actual fix for this thing. Hopefully this helped you out. If it did, like, subscribe, and share. Hopefully this video was a little bit entertaining to you as well. Thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies, and I will see you guys in the next hopefully helpful video.